The African Union plays a vital role in connecting and directing governments on the continent, along with placing Africa under the correct global spotlight. Up next is a conversation with Josefa Sacko, the new Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture, on AU's commitment to building a self-reliant Africa.
Even before the current food crisis, this sector, agriculture, was already into a lot of challenges, such as the conflicts in Africa, climate change issues, pest and disease issues, and now we had the COVID-19 pandemic, and now the crisis, the Ukraine crisis. All this is amounting to do the food crisis that we are passing. So the reports we are getting from both FAO for the status of nutrition and malnutrition, it's really very worried. So we need to do something. We need to speed up because Africa has 386 people that are undernourished on the continent. And every year when we take the statistic, we see that there's an increase. There's an increase, so we need to really improve the situation. We need to make sure that all the citizens in this continent have access to food. This is our responsibility as leader, so that is why the image is not very fluorescent. We are not happy, and we are doing a lot. We are really doing a lot because at a certain moment, we are having gains, in this sector because we are working well. But due to the shocks for the last 5 years, things are really, they are not well because the pandemic is there. But at the African Union Commission, what are we doing? Being an organization that is responsible for policies and strategy, we have our CADEP biannual review report. So we have our CADEP, the Malabo Declaration. This is a commitment of our head of state to transform agriculture and ensure food security for the continent. So this program was launched in 2014. Up to now, the progress is very low. What are the challenges? Why is it not working? Investment. Because if you look at the Malabo Declaration, head of states, our leaders say that we should invest at least 10% on the sector. Many countries, due to poverty, they cannot do it. So this is number one. Number two, we say that by 2025, we end hunger. Our evaluation, the biannual review report that we submitted to our head of states this year, this edition, the third edition, is telling us only one country is on track, which is Rwanda. But even though the others are making progress, 28 countries are making progress really to reach, the goals of 2025 to end hunger.
The other policies that can be identified that's causing this bottleneck that can be reversed or to be removed altogether to make trade easier and also to bring in Africa continental free trade to help assist the process.
Our policy, the main policy we have up to now is this CADEP policy. The CADEP is the policy we have, but since 2014, and now the situation is different. So last year we were preparing the food summit, the UN food summit. And in the preparation of the food summit, we went again to revisit CADEP. We took CADEP, and we wanted to update this policy. And then we started with NEPAD, with NEPAD, the NEPAD. We started having a dialogue with all the stakeholders so that this policy should not just be a policy that is being formulated at the African Union. We want it to be demand-driven. What are the problems? So we came out with a continental common position on this issue of food system. Because we looked at the food system at the holistic approach, and we came out with this Africa common position. And Africa, our continent, was the only continent, a region, that presented a common position. We say, if we want to improve, this is the way forward. And this is what I came here to, because we are talking about nutrition, we are talking about food system. I presented. So this is what we have to implement, because we are not going to invent the wheel. The wheel exists already, and this document was presented in New York last year, during the summit of Food System Summit. So I think we have the tool. What is lacking? What is lacking is investment. It's finance, it's coordination. We need to coordinate, and we are negotiating here with people. We have some banks, our African Development Bank, and due to the crisis, like you say, what are we doing? So we have a program called African Emergency Food Production Facility. The bank has given Africa, put $1.5 billion to produce, cereals. To produce cereals on the continent. This program is to produce rice, wheat, maize, and soybeans. Those 4 products, we are going to, not be dependent, because the problem of Africa, we depend too much on imports. 33 countries out of 55, 33 countries are net importer. And I think this crisis is a lesson, is an opportunity for us in Africa to change the narrative.